And, possibly other people that she's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Although, never mind, I don't know nothing.
Okay.
I'm still freaked out.
Yeah, she seems like, distraught, but you're not really sure how, if the beast is overtaking the human aspect or not. But again, you see this person has progressed. It's an older person. So at this point in time, they're like full on, just to say hybrid, I can say.
If one were to coin a phrase.
Yeah, we can say that.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds like a plan.
So
you write the letter, and as soon as she writes the letter, do you guys have anything else you want to say to her before you head out, or out of curiosity?
Nope.
Okay.
Just the polite.
Okay.
Bye.
All right. And as you guys say bye, why don't you guys go ahead? I'll watch your backs.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Bowling Ball's kind of worried by that tone, but all right, he'll go ahead and take point.
Okay. All right. And you guys walk ahead, and you guys take a couple of steps, and I slowly walk back towards her. What was her name again? Rhonda? Rhoda. You are tainted by the devil. I see the bodies in the piles of garbage. We'll make sure your son doesn't follow the same path, or your grandchildren. But the monster needs to be put down. Once that is accomplished, do we understand each other?
What do you mean, monster?
I point at a body of a dead woman. Was that done by you?
Are you threatening me?
Was that done by you? Do you want to save your son or not?
If you don't back away, I will do the same to you. I will eat your face from your flesh.
Are you a parent? Do you care more about yourself than your child? Do you?
Why do you test me? Why do you test me?
Because how can a child be better if their parent is a monster?
I did not ask for this. It is inevitable.
It is. But right now, you have a choice, don't you? You have enough of your humanity left over to make sure you die human. Do you want your son to remember you as a monster, or as the mother that tried to save his life?
He is me. The children are me. If you kill me, go ahead and kill them too. We are the same. We are family. Whether you like it or not. I knew I couldn't trust you.
Oh, trust me when I say, I believe there is hope for your son. I believe there is hope for your grandchildren. But then I look at the bodies. But that hope becomes less and less as I look at you. Tell yourself this, because I will not do anything today, but tell yourself this. The more of a monster you become, the easier it is for them to become a monster if they see what you become. Think on that. And I walk out.
Turns away. She has her head down. It's almost as if you can hear at that sort of conversation. Were you trying to intimidate by any chance, or what was your
not intimidate, more like persuade. Like make her think like she's a fucking monster. Like she's not worth saving, but maybe she could save her kids. But if she becomes a monster, she might try to turn them into her once she fairly transforms.
Persuade, please.
Okay. Persuade. 84 out of 50. Damn it.
Okay.
I mean, this might be a time to burn some luck.
I mean, I only have. Let's see. That's how much luck. Let me switch back. I only have.
there'd be 34 points of luck. You do not want.
I would have to spend 34 points of luck. That is way too much luck to spend.
And this is not a one shot.
This is not a one shot, so I'm not.
That's legit.
Yeah.
So
I just walk out with that.
Yeah, so you're walking out with that, and it's almost like you hear that sort of desperation behind, like there's like weeping. But this threat doesn't she doesn't take it too lightly.
Mm-hmm.
And you just hear this howl of from behind you as she starts to rush your way. It seems that we are going to enter some combat.
Son of a bitch! I should have brought my rifle. God damn it!
Here, let's say that you have it. Let's say that you have it. It's on your.
I brought my rifle. Whoa! Look at that.
We'll say that Hamza, your character has the rifle too. Do you have any weapons? Tamara, I'm not sure.
No, I do not shoot things.
Fisticuffs.
I mean, like
sternly written notes on the papers she's grading.
Yes, that I can mess with your mind. She will pull a hat pin and just be there with a hat pin.
Oh my God, is Doc reviewer too?
So the way I kind of do this, so usually when I run my Cthulhu games, I like rolling for initiative. So we do like dex rolls, and whoever gets the lowest rolls, they go first. And also sort of the levels of success in that also count into that. So if everybody can give me a dex roll, please.
Right now.
Dex roll
I've got a 70 out of 70.
Okay.
So I succeed barely.
Oh, I failed.
Success, 31.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I got, as Rhoda, an extreme success, 7 versus 65.
That's bad. That is terrible.
Out of curiosity, do we hear this, screaming woman coming at us from the back?
You definitely would. It is this loud and human scream. Like she is pissed.
Okay.
Good. I'm in the back. It makes sense. I'm in the left.
Yep.
Well, sorry, just clarifying positioning here. Bowling Ball and Doc had been heading out, and then Marcus had hung behind for the convo, right? Mm-hmm. So how far ahead are we of Marcus when this all starts to go down?
Yeah. Cool. So you are not too terribly far ahead. I will say, just for the ease of this combat here, that you are able to make the movement and sort of close that gap if you would like to, in order to do any sort of attacks, or if you want to back up further. Using your rifle, you could do that as well.
Okay.
There's plenty of things around here to hide. So we'll use like theater of the mind here in this case to really just sort of to resolve this, however it goes.
Mm-hmm. Like, how far away was I before she started running at me? Like, was like in the middle, like she suddenly like immediately went to attack me, or like I was able to walk a distance?
I'd say you're probably like 15 feet.
Okay. Okay, who goes first? I'm assuming she had an extreme success. She goes first. Right?
Yeah, so here is the order of things. The order will go Rhoda, and then with that hard success, it'll be Bowling Ball, if Bowling Ball likes to do anything. Then Marcus Ortiz, and then Doc goes last.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. So sort of moving through this sewer here, you can hear the sloshing of the water as this hybrid just comes at you. She has like this thick sort of skin and scales there, and these claws that crosses over to you and goes to slash sort of anywhere that she can get. So with that, that is a hard success. You can roll dodge, or you can, do an attack as well to try to beat that, but it'll have to be an extreme.
Okay, so I think I will dodge. Okay, where is dodge on this, out of curiosity? It is under.
It's with your skills, so it'll be it should be alphabetical.
Okay.
Look
under art and craft.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm gonna dodge. What? Bam! Oh, I succeed.
Hey.
Cool. So that does not beat my hard success. So that is going to make sure. Wait, did I? Oh, this didn't work actually.
Oh,
I was looking at Hamza's roll for that hard success. Let me see if I can do this another way. So I'm trying to beat 60. I'll just roll D100. 45. All right. Since it still didn't beat that success, the damage will still go through. D6 plus 4. I mean, a D6 plus a D4. So 3 damage plus 3. So that's 6 total damage as these claws sink into you.
Oh boy!
Unless you have any armor on or anything.
I don't think I do. Doesn't look like I do.
I think I left my plate mail in the other suit.
So I take 6 damage, so I'm down to 8 hit points. Oh boy! Oh, that hurt me immensely. Okay.
Indeed. So that's going to sort of slice across you there, stinging as the blood starts to rise to the surface there. All right. Next up, Bowling Ball. Would you like to do anything?
Yeah. Bowling Ball is shocked by all this. He hasn't, like, he heard the raised voices. He didn't hear the substance of that conversation. So he doesn't have a feel for, all of what's going on here.
You did hear my scream of pain, though.
Yes, very much so. So he's not going to go for the shooting just yet, but he is going to try and run into Rhoda and just sort of tackle her away from Marcus.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, that'll be a brawl roll, please.
Okay.
Oof. 69. Oh, boy.
Nice and yet not.
Nice and not. Rhoda is just going to almost just like, it's almost like there's like a little extra sort of just pep in her step as she slides very gracefully out of the way. She's good half in water, half out here as she sort of just moves out of the way. You soar past her, sort of landing in this muck there. The good doctor, is there anything that you would like to do here?
Wait,
is it next or is it Marcus?
No, it's Marcus's turn.
Okay.
Sorry, yes.
Okay. I could try to shoot her. You said I was like 15 feet away. So would I say I will still be near one of the piles of garbage?
You would be. She closed the distance to attack you, so she's right up on you, but you can back up and shoot if you want it.
I could shoot. Since I'm near one of the piles of garbage with the bodies in it, I'm gonna dig my hand in, pull out the dead body of a woman she killed with the face ripped off, point it at her and say, "This is what your son will do if he knows what he will become."
Ooh, okay. I'm looking for an extreme persuade.
Extreme persuade. Oh boy. Oh boy. This, I shouldn't have done this, but it's too late now. Okay. 1 second. The character sheet, skills, persuade. Bam. Hard success.
Hey.
But I'm going to spend 5 points of luck to turn it into extreme success.
Snap.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Nice.
This will be his fate. Killing women in dark corners to feed on their fucking flesh. Show him the path and then make sure you don't turn dark enough to want him to become this. End it before then. Have the strength of will. Have the strength in God's forgiveness to end yourself before this fate befalls him. That's what I ask of you. And I drop the woman.
She looks down. Looks back up at you. She walks over slowly. It's quiet, and you can hear only sort of the drip drop of the moisture here. You can hear the sloshing of the sewers. And she gets closer to you. She's not raising any sort of arm or anything. She's not moving fast. But before she gets too close to you, she just goes down and just takes 2 knees. Looks at you. Looks at your gun. Looks back up at you. Do it, please.
Is there anything that you need to say beyond what's in the letter? to your son.
It is inevitable.
That'll do. 2 shots to the head.
The shots ring out. The figure goes down with a splash. The grayish blood whoosh, splattering. All is quiet. Another body added to the count. What do you do?
I look at the doc and the writer.
I guess we take that letter.
Yeah. Just before we head up, you're not going to have any arguments with me about what just happened, are you?
You're bleeding.
Well, yeah, but beyond that, I mean, like the whole shooting her in the head thing. I just want to make sure that's
you're actively bleeding.
Listen.
Doctor,
Everyone bleeds at some point. I just want to make sure that we're good.
She was asking for you to do that.
Okay.
And she didn't want to do the things that she was doing.
Okay.
No, she did not want to do the things she was doing. She did not want to continue this. And like, as she's saying that, the doctor's taking the scarf that she wears in her hair off, and she's going to try and like tie it around Marcus's torso.
Okay. I'm just glad. Oh God, that hurts. Okay. Yeah. I'm glad. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. Like, usually when people see, I mean, have you seen people die in front of you before? Is that
Yes, I've seen that. It is unpleasant, and we don't need to continue talking about it.
Okay, that's fair. I just want to make sure we're on the same. Oh God, on the same page before.
Marcus,
oh God, did you have to be so tight? Oh
you're
God,
bleeding in a sewer.
You know what? That's a fair point. We should get out of here. Oh God, it has to be so tight.
Yes, because
Stop
I am
whining
a
and
medical
walk it
professional.
off,
That is
soldier.
Laddie's job.
Okay, and we walk out of the sewers.
So, steps once getting up top, getting to someone's apartment or whatever, getting some changes of clothing, burning all of that stuff or tossing it out or whatever.
Oh no, all this clothing I wore today is just in garbage, and also because I murdered someone, it's burning in a corner somewhere. So
there's plenty of places you can burn.
Exactly.
We're going to burn all of this.
Exactly.
We're taking we're holding on to that letter.
Yep.
And I have an idea of how we're going to not explain, but explain things to Signore Rossi and perhaps Signore Jack.
Okay. All right. Looks like we have a plan. Oh, damn, this hurts. Oh, God, she slashed me good. Ooh.
You get to tell Lottie.
Oh, do I have to?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
You're the one who's bleeding.
Okay, fine. You happy? Jeez. Ooh, that stinks. The claws on her.
What did she have? We should disinfect that.
Oh, definitely. I don't want. Like, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't turn into her, but like, I probably would get like sepsis or something from that slash mark. Like, she is like I'll be honest, I've seen worse during the war, but like, she was one of them, the monster things. Ooh, that stinks.
Ooh, no, okay. And
you've seen people like her before.
Well, not exactly like her, but during the war, people wanted to win at every cost, and I was on a mission against people on the other side who were looking into dark things.
No shit.
What? Yeah. What she was is nothing compared to what I saw. Let's just say there weren't enough tentacles for me to be frightened. But she was part of that. Let's just say dark things are out there, and it's best to shoot them in the head when you can.
Okay, so I need to do some more research, is what you're telling me? Because if you're telling me
research is good. Listen, I'll be honest. I'm good at shooting people in the head. Beyond that, I am clueless. So if you can do some research, I would really appreciate it.
We need a priest. Oh God, do we need a priest?
That works 50% of the time. Depends on the priest. I'll be honest. Depends on the priest. Like the team I had wasn't that faithful, and it screwed us over. I'm just putting
That's
that
why
out.
We need
we're
a
not-
lot of
that's-
alcohol.
That we can fit. That we can do.
Yeah.
And I,
Oof.
All right. So
Oof.
we're heading to someone's house, getting ourselves cleaned up, patched up as best we can.
Mhm.
Did I mention clean? Clean. Very
Oh
clean.
no! I shower. I bathe. I
Oh,
soak in the
I
tub
figure-
and just relax.
I figure like the doctor, because she has a little bit of money, actually has like maybe maybe like a brownstone or like a townhouse,
Mm-hmm.
not just an apartment, and has like 2 bathrooms that she can just shove people in, and then she starts pulling out lye soap with lemon,
Oh, beautiful.
because it will get you clean and it will get rid of the smell.
Oh no! Marcus takes advantage of the lemon. He takes advantage of that soap and just scrubs down hard because you can never know with this stuff. And also, I want to smell minty fresh.
Lemon or New York sewer.
Tough choice, but
Yeah, you might want to have something to bite down on while you're washing those out, because
what do you mean? Oh God!
Look, I have some alcohol we can throw on that.
Please don't throw. Oh God! Why do you keep throwing alcohol on? Jesus Christ!
Did you see where she lived?
I mean, that's fair, but oh God! All right.
And what she was eating and
Mhm.
who? That
She was literally eating people. Yes, I get that. And also, she was in a sewer full of things we don't want on our. Okay,
Wait, is
fine.
she why they're saying that there are crocodiles in the sewers?
Oh, you know what? I never got that, but now that I think about it, that makes perfect sense.
Oh
Huh.
no. Because if there are more people like her in the sewers, we are never going in the sewers again.
That's, you know what? It's generally wise to never go to sewers in the first place. So, you know what? I think that's just adding to the knowledge of not going
Only-
to sewers.
only lunatics would venture into a sewer.
You do realize we ventured into the sewer.
Only lunatics would venture into a
That-
sewer.
okay, okay.
That's where we're ending the
Okay.
discussion.
Okay, fair enough. Oh God! Okay, and that's where.
All right. Well, that's to do until Lottie can actually look at you, and then she'll fix
Okay,
all of it.
I'm assuming that's a keeper. That's a medicine roll to see if I can. I don't know how the system works.
I
But, like-
think it's usually I can roll first aid.
Okay.
Yeah,
But-
first aid or medicine. So those will both heal you. Medicine will heal you a little more than a first aid would, but either will work. You know.
Okay.
So,
It's not going to be medicine.
Okay.
I've got a bit of first aid. It turns out 55. So
But you have more first aid than I do.
Okay.
okay,
I will
So,
aid you.
right on. So I'll do my best to get these patched up, but you still want to see Lottie or someone else.
Okay. Okay.
48 out of 55.
So how much does that heal me
Cool.
up?
That will heal you 1 HP.
Ooh, from 8 to 9. Nice.
Indeed. All right. Yeah. So you're able to be patched up a little bit there. That alcohol does burn.
So
But-
much.
At least you won't be infected.
Yes.
So what's your course of action here now that this is all sort of transpired? Are you delivering this letter? Are you informing Rossi? The fight's at the end of the week. So time is of the essence here.
Well,
Mhm.
it's still like Monday night, right?
I think it's Tuesday night.
Tuesday night. Yeah.
Okay, so that's fine. I think we want to take at least the rest of the night, get a good night's sleep.
It's after 11 o'clock. You do not show up to a woman's house after 11 o'clock at night and say, hi, by the way, we're going to talk about your dead mother-in-law.
And your fish fam.
Your fish fam.
Yeah. So definitely resting up, seeing
Mhm.
if we can, get Marcus here to a dock in the morning, and
Mhm.
then pay a call on Mrs. Rossi in the afternoon, perhaps while Stefano is still in training.
Yes,
Okay.
and I think if we approach it from we heard things that were not good, we can encourage him, and that she should encourage him to doesn't want to have anything to do
Yep.
with his cousins.
Good. All right. I see that we are running out of time here.
Okay.
Would you like to role play this interaction? Or are there any other interactions you would like to have that you would like to expound upon instead?
I think what Tamara would say is she would ask Bowling and Marcus to talk to Captain, not Captain, Jack Johnson, and to explain like they're, we don't have to say exactly what's happening, but we can say that like the Elliots are trying to manipulate the fight and are doing things, kind of throw the Elliots under the bus.
Yeah.
Is the thing.
Oh yeah.
They're playing mind games with Rossi. They're making him go in for gratuitous cruelty when he doesn't have to.
Oh no, I got it. They're using Doctor can explain this. They're using psychology magic to manipulate him, to make him tougher and meaner and eviler. They're manipulating his mind to not care if he kills people.
Yes, and they're using perhaps add in some hallucinogenic drugs to that discussion.
Whatever works, yeah, definitely.
And I will go talk to Mrs. Rossi and explain that that it is not good, it is not safe, and that these are. I will have a conversation with her, and perhaps that will help her. Help her husband separate from them.
Quick question, like the letter that we have, did Rhoda like include any details just looking at it?
Oh yeah, we're gonna look at that letter before we hand it over.
Yeah. So you were there kind of for the pinning of it. It's vague, it's no real required. I'll say is sort of just like steeped in lots of like Catholic themes, more so than anything scientific. It's very religious. It talks a lot about sin, and then like the curse. But it doesn't really go into any much more detail than that. So like,
but he's a good old Italian boy who's really into church, so that would definitely work for him.
Yeah. What I'm asking is like, some identification, like that, something that shows that this is coming from his mom, right? Like, because I had mentioned, we want to see something that's showing that this is coming from you.
Yeah. So she talks about his childhood, and she talks about the father, and she talks about how hard it was seeing them leave. She mentions the name of the town. She mentions Innsmouth in this letter. So, this is something that he probably hasn't heard of in, a while. So like those sort of details might bring things back for him. And so those are particulars that would sort of show that this is his mother writing this letter.
Right. Okay. So I think we want to check in. So the doc talking with his wife, Marcus and Bowling Ball talking with Jack Johnson, and then all of us trying to talk with Rossi alone before the fight goes down.
Got you. Okay. All right. So, Doc, as you're sort of talking to Juanita, do you ever mention the children in this?
Yeah, she's gonna mention she got a gauge on Juanita the night before, and how she is and how their family dynamic really works. And Tamara's gonna say, so I found some information about the Elliott brothers. It is not good.
Of course not. I knew it wouldn't be good, but what is it?
They are taking things of the unhealthy sort. There are rumors that they are unwell, and there are further rumors that Stefano's mother died of a family disease that she believes was caused by being cursed, and that it might go to the children. But it could be made worse by certain people taking certain things. So we don't want Stefano or the children around the Elliots, correct?
No. If that's the case, no, I don't want any of them around the Elliots. We have to get them out of town. He can't possibly fight in this.
And perhaps it might be this is why I came to you, because, he's not going to listen to me, but you're his wife and he loves you.
Yes.
He is the center of you are the center of his world.
Yes. We can work out something. I think if I can just explain to him these things that you're saying.
Are you concerned that he'll take it poorly?
Depends on the approach. I think we were all relying on this money if you were able to win, but
Well, then let's have this question. Perhaps it might be that you have an investor now, right? And somebody said that you had an opportunity. He said that you would do a fabulous job with a restaurant last night.
yes, but who is my investor? Who's going to give this money?
Well, I can have a little bit put aside. And I know some other people that would be willing to help, but
Other people, you better not be talking about the abacus.
oh
No
God, no,
bets
he's a
into this.
2-bit. No. Money that is legitimate.
Okay. Okay.
I learned very early on in my life that there are people who will want you to invest bad money, and there are people who want you to invest good money. But there are enough women here that I know that we could talk to. And think about it, right? If you say that you had investors who wanted to support you in your restaurant, you would need his help every day.
Right. May I have a credit rating roll from you? See if she believes this. It's on the skills page.
I mean, is
It's on the
it our
skills
real
page.
life credit rating? Because that's a poor roll all around.
Yeah. Let me do a credit check on you.
I mean, my credit rating is at a 50, so it's not horrible.
Okay.
Yeah, that's much better than mine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a
Oh,
horrible.
boy.
I fail that roll though. But do I believe I can re-roll it?
You wanting to push the roll?
I might.
Which in COC for this is your first time Hamza. To push a roll, you can do a re-roll, but you have to change your approach. You have to state what you're doing instead. But it if this fails again,
it would be worse.
exactly.
I mean, because I have like $250 in cash on me.
Well, I'm not there, so I can't say anything.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make believe I'm a ghost, and I'm not here. Don't worry.
So she's distrustful of you being able to help her at all with any sort of
Mhm.
restaurant. But what do you do differently tomorrow?
I want, right? I do not trust those Elliots. They're not good. They're not good for the neighborhood. They're not good for your husband. They're not good for the people. And they wanted your husband to kill people.
No.
And that's not who your husband is, no?
No, it's not.
And we want to get him away from them. So,
And if we get them and him away, this influence ends, this curse ends, it'll be okay.
you know how they say that bad things can linger sometimes?
Yes, of course.
I cannot say that he'll be perfect, but he won't get any worse. Hopefully.
Okay. And you'll help with this restaurant.
Yes, I actually like that idea. You have very good cooking, and I think this would be a really good thing. Think about it. You and me, a bunch of other of the women in the neighborhood, we get a good restaurant going, a safe place to bring the kids after school. We don't let them run around by themselves. They perhaps do not get involved with certain members of the abacus and his friends.
Well, I think we would need to leave New York. I would need to set up somewhere else.
Yonkers is nice, I hear.
Credit rating. If you're going to push.
Yes.
Oh, let's see how this doesn't work.
Oh, extreme!
Yes!
Oh,
Yeah!
Let's go! Oh,
Look, I can move you out of Harlem up into Yonkers.
she's got free capital.
I can't move you further than that, but I can get you to Yonkers. Maybe Queens.
All right. So here's what goes down. She listens to you. She believes you. And you are definitely able to help this family out, sort of get started. You mentioned, some people that would also help them to be able to sort of, rise up, move out of New York City proper in order to start this restaurant, in order to have this sort of new, this new start. The fight eventually does roll around. I haven't forgot about the Jack Johnson conversation. We'll get to that. Here, I just want to show you the fight ticket. Show you this all here over at the Commonwealth Casino, which is where this is taking place. Not too far from the Lenox Athletics Club. Let me show you this token layer. Wow, here is the Commonwealth Casino on 135th Street as well. So, this fight is scheduled to happen. Let's jump over to the Jack Johnson conversation. What were you all wanting to talk to Johnson about?
Giving him a status update. So I don't know if you want us to role play out the full thing or just kind of give the summary and highlights type of thing.
Oh yeah. What would you like? What would you like to do? What are you to discuss? What are you updating him on?
So letting him know that, look, Rossi's not a bad guy, but he's in with a bad crowd, and we're trying to pull them apart and convince him to walk away from this. But the man himself, he's a decent guy, but his handlers, they're the ones who are pushing him to go from being a boxer to a killer, and they're the ones that, I can't point you to anything that's a signed guarantee of that, but they're the ones behind it. We're trying to pull them apart. We've still got a few days, but it's a tricky thing.
Jack Johnson nods, hearing all of these things. His smile starts to return. I knew I could trust you all. If you really can get Rossi to walk away from this. Now, little Jimmy, he's going to live to see another day, see another fight. And
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
I can't make you no promises. I can't tell you that it's going to happen, but we're going to try.
Okay.
We're going to do our best.
Before we continue, Dr. Tamra, would you have told us about your plan to help his wife start a restaurant business?
I think she would have, because I think it was one of those, she was gonna try and give she knows that the reason that Stefano wants to win these fights is to support his family. If we can give him another way to support his family that's different, then perhaps he would choose to leave the fights.
Yeah. Here's the thing, the writer said, he's doing this to support his family, but there might be another avenue. By the way, I'm going to say this right out. His wife, Juanita, her cooking is spectacular. And she's thinking about starting a restaurant up in Yonkers with a group of other women. If, say, someone decided to support her because he believes in her dream, Rossi might say, this is another avenue to protect my family. Why do I want to risk myself in a fight?
Huh. You know what? If that's the plan, maybe I got a little capital that I could invest in this to move the Rossis out of town. All right. Let's see what we can do. So, again, you saw the fight ticket. You knew what was planned for the end of this week. But thanks to your negotiations, this extremely successful business venture sees Stefano Rossi not even stepping into the ring. Now, this leaves the Elliott brothers absolutely furious. But I'm going to do a luck roll here. Once they reach the Rossi's fourth floor apartment, breaking down the door, lots of goons behind them. They find the small apartment completely empty. Rossi's gone. 3 children are gone. Juanita is gone. They never see their cousin again. We travel on up to Yonkers, where there has been this wonderful meal prepared for you all. A meal of celebration, a meal of family, a meal prepared with love. The family is together, everybody is alive. And there is a sadness in the air after finding out about the mother, how she had watched him for all of these years, had followed him around, but was too afraid because of this taint. But still, she cared enough to, with her in her dying moments, tell him to stick with Christ, to stick to a holy life. This is something that he keeps with him. And, he continues just to feed his face with all of this food as he's eating there with you and everything. But he just asks, so, since you were with her in the last moments before she gave you this letter, did she succumb to her illness? Is that how she passed?
Yes.
I would say that she rose above it before passing.
She was able to stand strong in the end. No matter, she was a strong woman, and she passed it on to you, her strength.
Yeah. May I have a fast talk roll from each of you?
Oh boy.
Which is kind of like deception-ish.
Yeah.
But because of these great circumstances that you are all in right now, I'll give you a bonus die to each of those. Just want to see how they go.
All right.
Okay.
Where did fast talk go? Oh, there it is. Wow, this is going to be horrible.
Mm-hmm. Where's fast talk? Maybe I'm missing it.
It's underneath electrical repairs in the far left first column.
First column, electrical. Oh boy, I have a fast talk of 5. So this
So
is
do
gonna
I.
go.
Same here.
11. Okay, you know what? How badly do I want this to succeed?
Oh, well, a 95, I am not going to be able to fix that with luck.
I'm not going to be able to fix that with luck. Can I use persuade?
6 plus
Well,
5.
Well, the benevolent keeper in me is being like, persuade.
Oh, I forgot the bonus. None of us remember the bonus die.
Oh, right, the
yeah,
bonus die. I forgot about the bonus die. How does the bonus die help?
You roll the bonus. You roll the bonus die, and if the bonus die is, it'll
Okay.
change your tens roll. So
Okay.
for you, it might it might work.
Thank you,
Okay.
secret GM, the wandering DM. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, so how do you add in bonus die? Just out of curiosity.
So you just roll. You roll underneath where it says bonus.
Underneath where it says bonus, where
well,
does it say bonus?
you click where it says bonus on where you rolled.
In the chat. In the chat.
In the
roll
chat. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, one second.
Okay,
And bonus.
So I have
2.
a 3 on mine. Does that mean the 95 goes to a 35 and then I could burn luck to get it below my 5?
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to do that, but I
Okay.
will.
Okay, so my bonus die is a 2. What does that mean again?
It doesn't help you in this case. That means it's a 21 instead of the
Okay,
11.
that
you have.
definitely does not help me. So you know what? I really want this to succeed. Like super want this to succeed.
And Tamara's at 14.
I'll spend the 9. Oh god, this hurts. I'll spend the 9.
Okay, so you know what? And to double help, I'm going to spend so I'm at 6 to make it a 5, 7, 8 to make it so I'm going to spend 8 points of luck. Oh god, I can't believe I'm doing this.
Don't
To
drop
turn-
it that far.
Too late, I'm doing it to make it a hard success on my end as well.
Wow. With these 2 successes here, thank you. If you ever need any help, You got a friend up here in Yonkers.
I remember that.
We'll
But I
keep
won't
that
call
in
it up.
mind.
I really need it. Because, and honestly, it's probably going to be for the food because your wife's cooking. I said it before. This mango is delicious. I'm just putting this right out here. Jesus Christ. I had like 5 bowls and I feel bad for eating so much. So much.
Can I roll, psychology on the good Signora Rossi?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not going to
Clear.
worry about it right now.
He
So-
seems to be genuinely thankful. Yeah.
Mhm.
Anything else?
No, just, look, Mr. Rossi, just take good care of your kids, make sure that you're, that y'all are looking after each other and staying away from dark places.
Mhm.
Will do.
Remember,
Over time.
everything you do is for your family. The last thing you want to do is take him down the road you almost went down yourself.
He understands you and he recognizes that. And that's something that sticks with him mentally. But what rings true are Rhoda's sort of last words about the inevitability of the stain of Innsmouth. It's unstoppable. You're not sure exactly what happened eventually, but you stop hearing from Rossi after some time. But that's a story for another time. As we head back into New York City, back to our home in Harlem, how do you transition back into your normal life? What does that look like for Dr. Tamara Cardo?
She's doing certain things now. She's talking to some of the other scandalous women that are coming, hanging out around the Cotton Club and the Sugar Shack, talking about perhaps women's suffrage and various other important things like investment opportunities for a couple women's business, and maybe perhaps if she can encourage people to start investing in her dear friend Lottie's possibilities. But she's also and she wrote a number of articles that she submitted to various anthropology journals. Probably only one of those were accepted and it was because the one that she just put T. Cardo and didn't use her actual name. And the article was about how the progressive nature of family shame can cause people to act wrongly.
Please, everyone, add 4 points of sanity to your pools for saving Juanita and the children.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Next up, Mr. Ortiz. How do you transition back into your normal mythos-free life for now?
Heading back to New York, unlike usual, Marcus Ortiz does not head back into his usual import and export business. He realizes that after dealing with Rhonda, he needs a relaxation from the more violent nature of what he usually does. So he spends the next couple of weeks in Jack Johnson's club, just playing on his horn, making some money the traditional 1OK legit way, and wondering if maybe this is a path he would want to go from now on. Because honestly, he thought he left that darker aspects of his life in the war, but apparently it caught him at home, and he is not comfortable. So he's trying to just ignore it, make believe it doesn't happen by just going to his one love and just playing that horn in I'm going to call it a pre-rave, because a rave hasn't been invented yet, but he's making a pre-rave right now inside of this club.
May I have your trumpet roll, please?
Of course. Art and craft, trumpet. That is a failure.
All right. So as you're playing the trumpet again, you might be still a little rattled from the events that have transpired, but the crowd still gives you like a little bit of applause. You look out into the crowd. You can see Jack Johnson. He's there. Trademark smile.
Mhm.
He's still proud and everything. There are two figures in the crowd who don't really seem to impress, and you just hear,
This horn player is shit. Don't you agree, Naum?
I'll shoot you in the head twice.
please subtract 2 points of sanity
God
for letting
damn it.
the Elliots escape. from the
Why are you telling
scenario.
me? Are you telling me I got ribbed so hard I lost sanity?
Is that for all of us?
From everybody.
Okay.
Okay.
2 points of sanity away from that from
Okay.
everybody. And these are your rewards and losses
Mhm.
at the end of the scenario. And last but not least, bowling ball. Please. How do you transition back into your normal everyday life?
So that's the thing. Like, bowling balls, the first couple days back, he's back at the Here and There cafe, and those like crumpled up sheets of paper are there. He's trying to get something out of the notes he made while they were doing this investigation, but it's just not sitting right with him. And the stuff that he saw, like Rhoda, and how she changed, and the specter of that happening to the kids, and bowling ball can't let it go. It's just nagging at him. It's a splinter in his mind, and he's there at the Here and There cafe, and the crumpled up paper is showing up less and less, and he's starting to do more digging in the newspaper archives. Yeah, he's still scribbling this or that and trying to make a buck here and there, keeping things going. But right now, like, he's setting aside his ambitions of getting published in the Messenger. He's setting aside the the other work he's been doing because he needs to keep on making enough to keep going. But he needs to find out more about what's going on because he just can't let it go.
You can't let it go. And you started sort of a knowledge journey for Stefano Rossi by informing him of what you all sort of were starting to learn. Please take 1 sanity point across the board for informing Stefano Rossi of this taint.
Sanity point also.
So is that loss or positive?
Positive.
Sweet.
What a shame that our good friend Lottie couldn't see the conclusion of this.
Mhm.
But Lottie had other matters to attend to back at Wilson's pharmacy. Soon, Harlem would need these investigators again. And only she could see to it that you all had the upper hand for your next danger. What is she up to? What is she working on? What is she compounding for the next threat? Well, let's just hope that mortal things could combat what's right around the bend. Now, there's a lot happening in Harlem. Some might say that Harlem is a powder keg about to explode, but oh, that is an understatement. Something's calling. Will you answer? Find out next time on Harlem Unbound. Thank you for playing with me tonight. Please follow these wonderful people on the internets. Where can the people watching find you all?
You can find me. As I said, I'm part of the Fanable podcast, fanable.com. But if you want to find me personally, I'm at Arvanis on Twitter. And that's honest. Oh, and JA Robotic on Instagram.
Wonderful. It's so fun playing with you, Jesus. Thank you for just always being, it's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Who wants to go next?
Okay, so I'm Hamza Kazmi. You can find me most places around the internet at Allandaros, ALLANDAROS. You can also find the TTRPG stuff I do from the Hydra Cooperative at Hydra Co-op, all one word, except for Home is the Hangman, which came out through Darker Hue Studios, the publishers of Harlem Unbound.
Nice.
And also this game right here, Haunted West. Check that out. All right. Thank you for letting me be, your first sort of streaming game master. It's an honor to be.
Thank you so much. This was a blast. I had a wonderful time.
Good. I'm so glad. All right. And where can we find you? The good doctor?
Hey, y'all. You know me. I'm at Deirdre Donlin on Twitter or Praxagorthesmia4 as you see me around here on Twitch, your friendly neighborhood Prax. You can find me on my channel for streams that I do, games that I run, and games that I play in. I just announced I'm going to be starting an epic level D&D campaign.
Ooh,
nice.
Starting the 30th. It's going to be a very interesting. I feel very excited when, one of my players takes my very, very poorly freehand drawing in Roll20 and turns it into an actual map. It's like, oh, thanks. I'll take that. But yes, check my Twitter because I post where I'm going to be and all the fun, wonderful folks like these people here who was an absolute player to play with. And it was absolutely fun, and I am very happy that we didn't get shot. Even if Marcus got scratched.
I mean, I got slashed and it burns. It still burns.
Yeah. Well, we didn't die. I'll take not dying and not losing our sanity. Yep. So that's good.
Marcus, you got to pour the alcohol inside, then outside. Inside, then outside.
Oh, that's how you do. Oh, God!
Inside, you say.
Hey, everybody. Time for another pour.
And my name is London Carlisle. You can find me on Twitter at London Carlisle. I am a game master. I'm an actor. I am passionate about Call of Cthulhu. It's my favorite game, and I love running it. Love running it here in Harlem Unbound, which is one of the things that really helped me get into Call of Cthulhu. So thank you, Chris. Thank you, Darker Hue, for hosting this. Thank you to the Wandering DM. If you want to follow me on Twitter, please do. I post about TTRPG stuff, all the games I'm running. You can follow also Ain't Slayed Nobody, the Old West Call of Cthulhu podcast I'm on, as well as Spot Hidden, which is a Call of Cthulhu stream that I run with my bestest of friends. And we'll be starting a new campaign soon, so stay tuned for that. All right. And with all of that said, wish you a terrifying evening. Good night.
Night, folks.
Mm-hmm.